another day in my hot rod paramotor garage. And on today's video, I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys more about Skymax and about how really great their paramotors really are. And just letting all of you guys know that aren't following along, that are new to the channel today, welcome. My name is Dan. We are here from New Jersey and we sell Skymax paramotors. These are all the newest models that are out on the market today, which are the Skymax Pulsars. These frames are more for the advanced pilots, but don't get it wrong, even intermediate pilots can get their hands on these and have the greatest time ever on these paramotors. And the reason that they're more for the intermediate and all pro pilots is for their design, right? The S-bars can move wider, more in for more advanced pilots for doing acro or races or competition. And what's really cool too is that now Skymax has designed them to be a little bit more for the almost every style pilot. So now they've added these gas tanks to the bottom so they don't have to be just for competition or just strictly acro, right? These paramotors are extremely lightweight. They are so well balanced. They are, to me, one of the best paramotors I have actually ever flown. I really like their colors. I really like a lot of their different unique things about them that are so different from, let's say, the Parajet Maverick, right? So we also have the Parajet Maverick here in the shop. This is Pilot Pat's paramotor. And what's so cool about having this in the shop is that, you know, I'm getting to really see the dramatic differences from the Parajet from Skymax. And don't get it wrong, I've been flying the Skymax Star, which is the blue one all the way in the back. That's probably hard to see in the video right now. But the Skymax Star is for the every style pilot, from all types of beginners to the intermediate to the all pro. And man, the Skymax Star frame is really one of the best frames you could probably ever get, from it being super strong, very lightweight, very unique with how it packs right up and how it can go into any car within seconds, you know. And really, you know, what's so neat is that the Skymax Star in itself, it is one of their #1 paramotors. It speaks for itself. And that's what's so unique about the Pulsar now. The Skymax Pulsar is another paramotor that I like to use or say it's like the Ferraris in the sky. It's really like no other. Yo, what's up, dude? Sky Hiker Mike. What's up, Mike? Welcome, dude. Welcome to the live, dude. So, dude, where are you from? You really want to try out one of the Pulsars? So, have you ever even tried out their #1 selling frame, the Star frame? And have you ever even heard of the Pulsar, which is the new frame now that we have here that are for sale, dude? If you're interested and want to know more about any of the two frames, you could definitely just hit me up or message me. I can definitely send you all the info of all the specs on them, to what they exactly weigh, to what type of motors that you can mount onto these, which you can basically put any motor you want on any of these. It's just that it depends on the style motor mount bracket you would probably have to get to convert from what it is now to whatever different style motor. Because right now, at least these ones that I have in my shop are designed for the Vitarazi motors right now. But yeah, but no, like I was saying, these are really beautiful models. They're amazing. Like I said, the Pulsars are Ferraris in the sky, 100%. The Star is, like I said, this really beautiful, perfect paramotor for every type of pilot. And what's really cool is the one that I have here in my shop is actually the only one of its kind here in the United States with the custom 22-liter tank on the bottom. What'd you say, Mike? Colorado, I've heard of all of them. Have a Maverick, Puma, Gravity. Wow, McFly would love to try a Skymax. Okay, epic, dude. So Mike, man, that's actually really cool. So what we'll do definitely is, what I'm trying to do is, right now we're gonna raffle off one of these, right? And Mike, while you're on the live stream right now, if you want to drop a color, what you think would be the coolest one to do the raffle with first, we're raffling off one of these paramotors, and we're also going to be giving away one of the frames too. But we're going to raffle off a full complete setup with it being on the Pulsar. We're going to give it away with a Vitarazi Moster 185 that you see right there on the table. We're going to give it away with a two-blade E-prop, which you guys can see right there on the top of the suitcase. And on one of those frames, we're going to be throwing on here the Dudek lightweight comfort harness, the fully custom, very rare of its kind, because, dude, it also has a secondary gas tank in here if you want to use it or not. And that is because Skymax, when they designed the Pulsar the first time, now they have came to the third design of the Pulsar, right, which is what is on the table. The first design didn't have a gas tank on the bottom. It was strictly just designed for acro and competition. And when they designed the Paramotor for that, being extremely lightweight, they even was more creative, really, and thought of the gas tank. And now the gas tank they put right here on the bottom. And what's so cool about it, and here's the port for it right there. There's the gas cap. There's the fuel line port for it. And you still have, like if you know about Dudek, you still have the pouch here in the front, which I'll show you. So we have these pouches here. Normally, like when you guys watch me in my videos, I stuff my easy stuff sack and my riser sack typically in here. And if we're flying with flip-flops, I'll stuff my flip-flops in here. So, but what's so cool about this is that you guys can use the pouch still on the bottom for all that, no problem. And really never really even use the gas tank unless if you want it to. The problem why Skymax didn't keep actually designing this type of harness with Dudek was because in the beginning, people really wanted paramotors basically just for the adventure, longevity flying, not really the idea of competition and sport. But now so many people, since I've been doing these videos and stuff and talking about it, a lot of people are liking it. Let's see here. Hot dang. Oh, hot dang, don't want it on that. Other people are deserving. I've got plenty of motors. Someone else deserves the raffle. Hey, that's really cool, you Mike. That's really awesome to hear you talk like that. But I really want to come out and visit. I think you have the motor I could fly. Oh, absolutely, dude. So I do have one of these actually right here that's always for demo, ready to go. And even the one that we're actually going to build and raffle off and give away, we're actually going to have all my friends actually fly this one too, because these frames too that you see are actually a little bit smaller than the one that you'll be demoing. Everything's the same size except the hoop section on the one that I have and that I demo out. The hoop section's a little bit bigger. That's the 1520 meter cage, when these ones that I have right now with no motors on them that we're going to be raffling off and selling are the 1420 meter cage. And dude, it's a dramatic difference and so light. Like, to be honest with you, I actually want to buy one for myself. And really, I'm still debating on which color. And really, I just kind of felt like, you know what, I'll just wait. Let everybody else get probably the cooler colors first, which I feel like everyone really wants: the blue, the red, the gold, you know, and I do have an all black one. And I figured I'm just going to let them sell, and whichever one basically doesn't sell, I'll probably just going to buy that one, because I don't care which color one I have. I actually really like them all, and really there is no paramotor like Skymax because of their lightweight. Like, when you go flying another paramotor, and I'm not here like beating up on any other paramotors, but right here, this is the Parajet Maverick, right? And the Parajet Maverick here is this whole different style paramotor, but it is the #1 selling paramotor. And that is because they're very easy to get. You can get any part for these at any time. And, you know, they're just what you normally typically see in most videos, right? But that being said, me being an East Coast dealer now for Skymax, I can get anything you guys need for any of your Skymax models, whether if you have the Skymax Star, and whether if you buy the new Skymax Pulsar. Okay, I'll enter the raffle, but if I win, I'll double down and sponsor a second raffle. Dude, oh, that's cool from Sky Hikers. I like that, Mike. Super epic. Though, I'm going to challenge you. What other frames have you flown? Okay, that's really great. So dude, so this is great. I've talked about this a lot of times on my other live streams and even very little, I guess, on some of my videos. But so I've gone to some fly-ins. The biggest one I've ever gone to was Bad Apples, which was the greatest time ever. But besides that, since I've started learning how to fly and making all these videos, I've had a lot of people hang out with me from the videos, from me trying to go to these different places and fly. And man, so what have I flown? The first paramotor that I've ever flown was obviously a Skymax, and that's why, ironically, this has all basically happened in my life because it was the first one I got. Two, the second paramotor I ever flown next was a Black Hawk paramotor with a Vitarazi motor on it. It had a Vitarazi Motion 185. My first Skymax had an EOS 100 booster, right? And the first glider I was flying was a Ozone Buzz 23 meter, right? Very slow glider. It was B rated, but it really flew like an A rated glider. So from there, so we flew Skymax, Black Hawk, and then the next paramotor I got to fly was a Parajet Maverick, right? The Parajet Maverick was the next one, right? So now, what was after the Parajet Maverick? After the Parajet Maverick, I flew a Scout Carbon, which I was really scared about. I kind of didn't want to fly it because I was like thinking like, man, if I mess up my landing at all, this thing's gonna blow up like what you don't want it to. And I was really nervous about the Scout, but I flew that and I had a great time. That was no problem. And then I've flown a Mac Fly, right? And I even did a competition once with the guy who had a Mac Fly. Oh man, you haven't flown a Scout yet? Yeah, Scout, dude, it's different, man. And it's kind of awkward, actually, if we want to talk about things like that. But I'll talk about that in a second. So I've flown the Mac Fly, and I've even done a competition with the guy with packing the paramotor up because he tried telling me that, oh, Mac Fly packs the fastest. And I was like, well, I'm going to have to call you out on that because Skymax, I actually believe Skymax models pack up the quickest. They are very easy to take apart and pack away to a book bag size in seconds, right? And that's another thing about Skymax that's really unique about their design. They really thought about their packing up part of it too, outside of it being safe flying around in the sky and being different with their S-bars and stuff like that. But yeah, so it's so crazy when you think about all the different type of paramotors and then how Skymax totally went outside of the box, you know, and that's why I love making videos and trying to brag about Skymax. So that being said, the other paramotors I've flown there's a couple other ones here. Let me just think for a second, because some have funny names to it that I've never even heard of before. I've flown a paramotor that was an FX, right? It was an older one that was like a trike, right? We've flown Fly Product, right? We have a Fly Product hanging up on the wall back there. If you can see it, it's right there hanging up. That's one of the Fly Products that I have. What else have we flown? I've flown Air Conception. I have flown HE. And I have flown, man, there was this one really weird frame that was at Bad Apples, man. Hold on, I gotta think what it was called. Man, it's gonna come to me, but there's another one that I flew. I really want to try Skymax. Yoda, okay. And flat top someday. Oh, so that's really cool that you said flat top and Yoda. So Yoda, I got to try on my back, which was cool, but I didn't get to fly it. And the same with the flat top. There was a flat top that was at Bad Apples, and I asked the guy if I could actually just try it on. Super awkward, actually, but I feel like maybe once you're up in the sky with the flat top, it probably would have been pretty comfortable and actually fine. But yeah, so I'm trying to think of that other paramotor I've flown, and I've actually been tandem. I've been tandemed a bunch of times with other paramotors too. I would have to think of which ones they were, but yeah, no, super fun and a lot of stuff on my YouTube channel. I posted a lot of those videos. But you know what really sucked about the Bad Apples experience that I went on? I accidentally, when me and Asmat went and got the RV that we were renting, we rented it and we got it so late at night that when we were moving all the gear from the truck to the RV to make more room in the truck, I accidentally left my helmet on the ground, dude. And because I left my helmet on the ground, I didn't have a helmet when we got to Bad Apples. So now I had no way of actually doing my regular audio videos, you know, when I hook up my GoPro here and then you guys can hear me, you know, talking in the mic. I was upset, but luckily Envalo Helmets was there, and I was able to buy one of their helmets. I didn't even know what Envalo was yet, you know, and then I just bought this super sick Envalo helmet. I absolutely love it. I was super bummed out with how expensive it was at first, but man, I am actually grateful now that I have it, you know. But yeah, I love flying paramotors, you know. Really, Skymax has dramatically changed my life. And dude, what's really unique about Skymax is that they have these epic suitcases that are right here. So the Pulsars pack right up right into that suitcase in seconds. And with the engine on it, yeah, mixed feelings on Envalo. So Mike, I would love to hear your mixed feelings on that if you don't mind. Letting us all know how you feel about it. So, you know, because really, I'm not here to actually just say nothing but good things about Skymax. You know, Skymax doesn't pay me to say or do any of these things. I do have a sponsorship through Skymax, and yes, they have sent me free gear. But that being said, there are some things I can nitpick myself about Skymax. They're not perfect, but what is perfect, right? What did you just say, Mike? I'm sorry. Come visit sometime. Bring that Pulsar. No, Mike, definitely. You said you're in Colorado, dude. I would love to come out and fly in Colorado, bro. I bet you flying Colorado is freaking epic. And dude, you gotta come to Jersey Shore. And I hate saying the shore because I'm not Jersey Shore. I'm actually all the way in the bottom of New Jersey. Like, you know where Atlantic City maybe is. I don't know if you've ever been in New Jersey or not, but I always like to describe people like, if you come to Atlantic City, I'm south of Atlantic City. 5,200 feet LZ, so that's starting point. So you're saying that the elevation height is already 5,200 feet up in the sky? That's pretty epic, bro. If you come over here to the Jersey Shore, I'm pretty sure we call it ground zero here, bro. Zero. Dude, that's super cool, Mike. I'm really happy that you came on the live and you're hanging out, dude. I really appreciate you doing that. Dude, that'd be super awesome, man. I would love to come out there, dude, for real. You know, if I had to say any mixed feelings about Envalo, it's just that how expensive they really are, but I really do like their audio. We call it yogurt air. Really? Yogurt air? Why is that? Is it really hard to actually take off? Is that why? That's crazy. Is it harder to take off? I guess it would be harder to take off, right? Because the air is getting thinner the higher up we go, right? So at 5,200 feet, yeah, I would love to know what your thoughts are on that, like how the takeoff is compared to, yeah, but here's my thing though too, like, do you ever set up like say like on somewhat of a ridge or a hill where you're lucky enough to actually run down the hill a little bit with the paramotor on your back, making it an easier takeoff? The sea level air is so thick. Oh, you're saying that you call the air that I have here. The air I have here is yogurt air. Oh, I see, because the sea level air is so thick. Yes. Okay, that makes makes perfect sense, man. That's funny. Yeah, so, dude, flying here is super easy. And you know what I did notice when I went to Bad Apples? When I went to Georgia, now that was the first time I ever flew out of state. And we were up at, like, I want to say, I think ground level over there was like 2,000 feet higher. Yeah, wow, it's so funny. Wow, it's so funny that you say that, because now I'm going to always say that now. So thank you for the new saying, for sure. I'm going to say that to all my buddies now here when I go flying with them when we're on the beach. I'm going to be like, dude, we're in yogurt air. And man, all of them are probably going to have no idea what I'm talking about. But then I'll get to talk about you, though, in the video. So that's really cool, Mike. Really cool, man. I actually love that. I love hearing how other people say things, you know, especially like that. Like, that's pretty funny to me. Like, you call it yogurt air. Like, so, like, your thin air. I'm going to have to come up with a saying now for your thin air over there from here. I wonder what would be a good saying for thin air. Thin air. I don't even know. But no, that's funny, though, man. No, I'll tell you what, though. Flying at the beach is like cheating, for sure. Yo, dude, super awesome, man. What, you're going to go flying this afternoon? Safe flight, dude. I appreciate you coming on the live, man. And definitely make sure you stick around, dude. I appreciate you doing it. And, man, I'll tell you what, man. Sky Hikers, man, right? That's what your channel is? Sky Hiker. Yeah, Sky Hiker. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, for any of you guys that are on here watching, make sure you guys go check out Sky Hiker's YouTube channel. And what are you? You're also an instructor, too, man. I find that to be super awesome. If so... And like I said, man, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching, man. And yeah, I always appreciate that. But yeah, like I said, everybody, we're here hanging out in the shop. We're here talking about Skymax and also other paramotors. I love all paramotors. And, you know, it was really cool for Mike hopping on here. I never even asked Mike what he currently flies the most. You know, he did say he had a whole bunch of paramotors. I'm trying to actually look down here and see which one he said first. Flown many frames, Skymax. Alright, so the first one he did say was a Maverick. So I wonder if he flies the Maverick the most. Yep, Colorado. See you later. Hell yeah, dude. Super epic, dude. Till next time, Mike, for sure. But yeah, so... like I said, everybody, we have Skymax paramotors here for sale. We do have stars. We have the Pulsars. We have parts. And we have much more. So make sure you guys are always staying tuned by doing that. Make sure you guys... follow along by being subscribed. Make sure you guys go check out my TikTok channel too. Follow along over there. My YouTube channel my Facebook and my Instagram. Yo, what's up, dude? Welcome to the live. What's happening, man? Welcome, dude. We are here hanging out in my Paramotor shop. Dude, the Paramotor shop now is actually slowly just really turning into a store, which is super awesome. I'm trying to really set it up for like having a really cool display right here. Like right now we have the Vitarazi engine right there. We have some other parts that are right behind it. We have the Pulsars for display. We have the Skymax Star behind it. We also have a Parajet Maverick that's actually up on that rack of paramotors, if you can believe it. We also have a Parajet Maverick right here, used for sale, secondhand. This is Pilot Pat's paramotor, super awesome. It's really a great paramotor. It's so crispy, like brand new, and that's why I actually love that we have it here in the shop, and I'm pleased to have it for sale for one of you. Like, I can't wait to see who actually gets it because it's a beautiful aircraft, and for its price, it is worth every penny. So I have to say, you know, Pilot Pat, to me, is one of the safest pilots I've ever seen flying the skies when it came to paramotors. I have never seen him even do a bad takeoff or a bad landing ever with this paramotor. This paramotor has been well taken care of and has never seen the side of a bad landing or a bad takeoff. It's all around flights. Some of you have actually asked me. It has probably gotten every bit of 100 flights probably under its wing. But it has about, I think, 70 hours on the engine. 77. So 77, so let's just call that 70 flights in the sky, right? So very cool, very nice aircraft. Like I said, it's beautiful. It's got no scratches on it. It is so clean and ready to go. And I could fire this thing up and just show you guys how good it really is. Typically, I don't like to ever start anything in the shop or anything like that, so I'm not going to do that right now. But this thing is ready to fire up right now, ready to go. So that being said, everybody, I hope that you guys always do all enjoy I love coming on here and doing these live streams. I love to come on here and let you guys know what's going on. Typically, I try like really hard to share some of my videos, but I think, like I was saying in my last live stream I was just doing, I have to let those videos go. I keep trying to save videos that I lost a lot of the video content with, and it's been really dragging me back, and it's been like I haven't been posting like I normally have been. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop a video hopefully in like the next like hour or two of another just regular flight that I just did chasing the sunset. So make sure you guys all stay tuned to that. And like I said, when you guys watch my videos, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you drop comments. It goes a long way to the video, and it helps it put out to the algorithm. And like I said, the more people we get, the sooner we'll be dropping more giveaways. And also, like I said, I'm just really excited to be pushing out the next video that I really want to be sharing. So that being said, everybody, make sure you guys hit me up at any time you want with any questions or more about Skymax Paramotors, and also even Parajet Maverick. Like I said, I actually work on all Paramotors. I don't just work on Skymax. I work on Parajets. I work on Skymax. I work on Blackhawk. I work on Mac Para. I work on them all. I do specialize, though, when it comes to engines, when it comes to the two-strokes, is the Vitarazi motors. Yeah, man, thanks, dude. I appreciate that. And like I said, so what I'll do is, just so everybody's aware, and whoever does come on here that are new to the channel, if you have any type of paramotor, hit me up. Let me know what you have. Let me know what is going on with it, what type of accident you have gone through. I've had people hit me up about their accident and if I could fix their paramotor frames. Like right now, we have a Parajet Maverick here that has went through a really dramatic accident that it is not going to be able to be fixed, but I was still able to have it come here. I'm still waiting for the customer to let me know about that paramotor. So that paramotor is a goner, and we do have another Vitarazi Moster 185 right on the floor that actually it came off of, but that's for another time and video. But that being said, though, yeah, I work on them all. I do them all. You know, I have welders that will actually work on these paramotor frames. If I can't actually fix it, they try to. Like I said, this one Parajet is a goner. Some can't actually make it, but the engine can still survive, right? So, and that's now on my department. So now, you know, but I'm still letting the customer like make that decision on what they want to do now with money-wise, because, you know, paramotors aren't typically cheap. They aren't expensive when you think about getting into aviation. When you think about getting into aviation, it's cheap. But that being said, like I was saying, meet up with any paramotor that you guys have. Like I said, if you have a Vitarazi engine, I do work on them and service them and can make them breathe life like no problem. So definitely hit me up. I can tell you guys all my rates for hourly rates. That's normally all I do when it comes to working on the paramotors. But if you guys want to buy a brand new setup, you absolutely can. And I'm ready to send these out at any time. So that being said, I really do appreciate all you guys for hanging out, watching. It does me. Like I said, if you guys want to see more of my daily posts, make sure you follow me on Facebook. That's where it all started. I got originally monetized first on Facebook, and that's what led me to become a YouTuber, to become this guy who we are today that I get to share with all of you, right? It's very exciting stuff, and I really do like it. But like I said, go follow me on Facebook under Danny Williamson. You'll find me right away. Instagram, it's the same here. It's Flying Dan with a 29 sedan. TikTok is a little bit different. It's Flying Dan with a sedan without the 29. So, and that's because TikTok, it's a different actual account now. It's actually my second account because they took away my first one. I don't know. It's as soon as I was making good money on TikTok, like bragging about money, it's like when it got taken away. So now TikTok has been extremely hard to build back up the following that I did have on there, but it's going up. So like I said, go check me all out on all those other platforms. Make sure you guys go show the love. Make sure you follow me on all of them and don't miss out on all my stuff. So like I said, I really do appreciate all you guys for always watching. Like I said, if you're new, make sure you guys smash that subscribe, smash that like button. Make sure you guys show the support on here as well. And I will see you guys all on the next one. And thanks for watching and hanging out. I always appreciate it. And I love sharing with you guys all my Skymax Paramotor adventures. So until the next one, everybody, fly safe. And I'll see you guys up in the sky or out hot rodding around. Peace out, everyone.